So you're thinking about ways to make some extra cash, huh? Maybe trying to boost that income without spending a ton of your own money to get started.
Yeah, that's a goal a lot of people share. Wanting to start something new but not knowing where to even begin when you don't have a bunch of startup cash.
Right. It's like everyone says you need money to make money, but is that really true?
Well, that's where Adrian Saines comes in. He spent the last 6 years, believe it or not, building a whole bunch of businesses online and hasn't spent, get this, a single dollar of his own money to get them started.
It's kind of mind-blowing, right? We've got his YouTube video pulled up, plus those notes you sent over, ready to do a deep dive on his zero investment strategies.
Absolutely. And one thing Adrian's really upfront about, he's investing a ton of time instead of money, which, is still a big commitment.
Oh, totally. But he's clear about that trade-off from the start. And the cool thing is, he actually breaks down how he did it into three main business models. So, want to take a look at the first one? He calls it skill up and sell.
Okay, so this first one really comes down to always learning new things, right?
hmm
Finding something you're into or already pretty good at and getting even better, then turning that knowledge into a way to make money.
Exactly. And get this, Adrian's a huge fan of learning new things for free. He talks about how there are so many amazing YouTube tutorials and online courses out there. It's like having this global library of knowledge at your fingertips. But he says it's important to really learn the skill, not just watch a bunch of videos.
Right, you have to actually use the knowledge. That's when things really start to click. Going from someone who's just learning to someone who can actually do the thing.
And Adrian has some interesting tips for how to actually make money from those skills once you feel confident. He suggests starting by offering services to people you know.
Yeah, like friends and family. Less pressure that way. And it lets you get some experience.
For sure. Then, once you're feeling good, he says to check out all those freelance platforms, like Fiverr or freelancer.com. You can connect with potential clients all over the world.
Those websites gotten so popular. It's crazy how easy it is to find work online now. But that does mean there are a lot of other people offering those same services too.
Totally, a jungle out there. But Adrian has even more ideas. He even suggests reaching out to companies directly.
That's a good one. It might seem a little scary at first, but think about it. You never know who might be looking for exactly what you have to offer.
Exactly. And finally, he talks about creating and selling online courses. So let's say you've gotten really good at something, you could actually teach others how to do it too.
And make some passive income in the process. That's the dream, right?
Right. And here's the best part. Adrian used this exact model himself. He learned everything he needed to know about Canva, that graphic design software, totally for free online. He got good enough to start offering services on Fiverr, and then eventually started selling courses on Udemy showing others how to use Canva.
That's amazing. It really shows that with some effort, you can make this model work.
What I love about Adrian's story is he just jumped in and figured it out as he went. He didn't let not knowing everything stop him from getting started. All right, you ready to jump into his second business model?
Let's do it. This one he calls content is king and income, which, come on, that's totally true these days, right?
Totally. It's all about that creator economy everyone's talking about, basically sharing what you're passionate about and building an audience around it. But Adrian has some pretty specific advice about, how to actually find your place in that world. He's big on what he calls niching down.
Ah, niching down, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way smarter than trying to be everything to everyone, right? You're way better off becoming the expert in something specific.
So instead of just fitness, it's like yoga for runners or something.
Exactly. Or like healthy meal prep for people who hate vegetables,
Yeah.
to get specific. It's about finding those people who are really looking for exactly what you have to offer.
Makes sense. So you're not lost in a sea of other content creators. You're the lighthouses for your people.
Exactly. Niching down isn't limiting, it's focusing, you know, so you can actually connect with the right people.
Love that. Okay, so you found your niche. Now, how do you actually turn that into, actual money?
Well, Adrian's got a whole game plan for that. First, there's YouTube AdSense, so you get paid to run ads on your videos.
Ah, okay. I've heard of that.
Then there's affiliate marketing, which basically means you're recommending products you love, and if your viewers buy something, you get a little cut.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and both of those are great starting points because you don't need to have your own product or anything right away. But as you build a bigger audience, you can start looking at sponsorships.
Oh, right. Like brands paying you to, talk about their products.
Exactly. And then the ultimate goal, selling your own products or services directly to your audience. That's where things can get really interesting.
Because you've built that trust, Right. They already know, like, and hopefully trust you.
Exactly. But Adrian emphasizes none of this happens overnight, of course.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent, put in the work, which goes back to that whole time investment thing.
Yeah, totally. But look at Adrian. He's living proof it works. He's built his whole online presence by creating content consistently on YouTube and Instagram, and now he's making money from it.
And it's wild to think, when he first started, Instagram was a completely different world. Back then, it was just like a photo app.
Right. Can you imagine if we knew then what we know now?
Totally. It just goes to show you got to keep your eyes open. Because
Right.
who knows what the next big thing will be.
Right. It's exciting. Okay, so speaking of new and exciting things, Adrian's third business model is really interesting. He calls it drop shipping, personalized. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, drop shipping. It's gotten super popular, but Adrian's found a way to make it, his own.
Yeah, it seems like everyone and their brother is doing drop shipping these days. So how does he stand out from the crowd?
He's all about personalization. Instead of selling like the same generic stuff everyone else is, he's all about custom-made, unique products.
Okay, that makes sense. People are willing to pay more for something special, right? Something they can't just find anywhere. But for those of us who are, new to this whole drop shipping thing, can we back up a sec? What is drop shipping exactly?
Right. So basically, you're selling stuff online without actually ever touching the inventory. You find a supplier, they create the product, and then they ship it directly to your customer. So you're like the middleman.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. So you never even have to like store boxes of products in your garage or anything.
Exactly. And what Adrian does that's really smart is he focuses on those custom-made items. So instead of those basic phone cases everyone sells, he's talking about phone cases with people's pet portraits on them.
Oh, I've seen those. So cute.
Right. Or mugs with like an inside joke or something. Things that feel really personal.
Okay, I love that. But how do you even find people to make those things?
Well, that's the beauty of it. He says you can find designers on places like Fiverr. And then once you get an order, you work with a print-on-demand company. He mentions Printful. And they take care of the printing and actually shipping the product.
Wow, that's really smart. So you're basically connecting the dots between customers, designers, and these print-on-demand places.
Exactly. And, personalized stuff is super trendy right now. Just look at how popular Etsy is.
Yeah.
People want unique handmade things.
Yeah. It's way more special than just buying something mass-produced.
Exactly. And let's be real, people are willing to pay more for that personalized touch.
True. But it seems like there'd be more, customer service involved with custom stuff. What if something goes wrong?
Oh, yeah, Adrian mentions that too. He says, got to be extra careful about quality control, making sure customers are happy, all that stuff, especially when you're dealing with, people's feelings and all that.
Yeah.
You got to get it right.
Makes sense. So just to recap this whole model, because I'm already getting ideas. You find trending personalized products, like maybe on Etsy, right? Then you find some awesome designers to create those designs, and you use a service like Printful to make and ship everything.
Exactly. It all comes back to that core message from Adrian.
Yeah.
You really can start a business from almost nothing with some creativity and hard work.
Yeah, I'm inspired. And it's pretty amazing how much things have changed even in the last few years. I mean, who knows what new opportunities are out there right now that we don't even know about yet, right?
That's the exciting part. Things change so fast online, so you got to be ready to learn and adapt. But hey, if Adrian can do it, why not us, right?
Totally. And that's a wrap on this deep dive. Hopefully you're feeling inspired to take action. Remember, your skills and passions are valuable. Find what you love, keep learning, and you never know where it might lead.